You're not lazy, you're not stupid, you're not broken, but you are stuck. You wake up knowing you have things to do. You feel the weight, you feel the pressure, but you scroll, you delay, you avoid. And at the end of the day, the worst part isn't the work left undone. It's the self-hate, the disappointment, the feeling that maybe you'll never change. Let me be clear, procrastination is not a character flaw. It's a psychological trap. And the good news, there's a way out. But you need to stop searching for hacks and start facing the truth. Part 1. What procrastination actually is? Procrastination isn't about time management. It's about emotion management. You don't delay the task, you delay the feelings that come with it. Fear, doubt, overwhelm, shame. That essay, it triggers the fear of failure. That revision, it reminds you how behind you are. That message, it makes you confront something you don't want to feel. So your brain does what it's wired to do, avoid discomfort and seek relief. And it finds that relief in social media, in junk food, in busy work. It feels good for now. But the price is always the same: regret, anxiety, and wasted time. Part 2. The motivation myth. We wait for motivation like it's some kind of lightning bolt, but motivation isn't a cause, it's an effect. Action creates motivation, not the other way around. Think about the last time you started something hard. At first, you didn't want to do it, but once you began, momentum kicked in. You don't need motivation. You need a reason strong enough to act without it. And here's a truth you might not like. Discipline is doing what needs to be done, especially when you don't feel like it. Part 3. Step 1. Identify the trigger. Behind every delay is a reason. You just haven't faced it. Ask yourself, what am I avoiding? What am I afraid this task will make me feel? What story am I telling myself about it? For example, you avoid starting because you think, if I try and fail, I'll prove I'm not good enough. That's not procrastination. That's fear of inadequacy. Name the feeling, expose the story, and it loses its power. Step 2. Break the task into a starting point. Your brain doesn't hate work. It hates uncertainty. A vague task like study for exam will trigger overwhelm. So don't write study. Write open textbook and read page 1. Don't write essay. Write one bad paragraph. Don't write clean the room. Write put away one sock. This is called the starting ritual. It tells your brain, this isn't scary, just begin. And once you do, you often keep going, because inertia works both ways. Step 3, the 5-minute rule. If you can't do it all, just do 5 minutes. Why? Because the resistance to starting is always greater than the effort of continuing. Your brain lies to you. It'll take too long. But when you say, fine, just 5 minutes, it drops its defenses, and 5 minutes turns into 15. 15 turns into flow. This rule works for everything: studying, reading, cleaning, writing, exercising. You don't need to finish, you just need to begin. Step 4, remove friction. We think our willpower will win. It won't win consistently. Your phone? It's a slot machine. Your bed? It's a temptation trap. That open YouTube tab? It's a mental escape hatch. So stop fighting your brain and start designing your environment. Put your phone in another room. Set up your workspace the night before. Use noise-canceling headphones. Make the desired action easy. Make the distraction hard. Step 5. Forgive yourself and recommit. You will slip. You will delay. You will mess up. And when that happens, most people do the worst possible thing. They quit. They say, I ruined the day. I broke my streak. I failed again. But science shows self-compassion beats self-criticism every time. Forgive yourself. Say, that wasn't ideal, but it doesn't define me. Then recommit. Not tomorrow. Not next week. Now. The truth you needed to hear. You've waited long enough. You've lied to yourself long enough. You've delayed the life you want long enough. You already know what to do. This video isn't about giving you something new. It's about reminding you of what you already knew. The truth is that you don't need to be perfect. You don't need to feel ready. You don't need to wait for motivation. You just need to act now, today. And that first action might just change everything. Subscribe for real, raw study advice. Comment, I'm done waiting. And remember that discipline is better than motivation. Now is better than someday. And progress is better than perfection.